Again, thank you very much for being part of this on the Dussehra on a holiday. It's a busy time for everybody, and I'm very, very grateful that you could take out some time and be with us today. Let me take this opportunity to officially welcome our ISSF President, Mr. Luciano Rossi. He's actually been here for 2 days. He's been with us, shoulder to shoulder, going around the entire ranges, making sure the arrangements are up to the level of excellence set by the ISSF for competitions. Mr. President, first let me thank you on behalf of the NRAI for allowing us the opportunity to host this very prestigious World Cup final event. As you are aware, members of the press, that the World Cup final has the best of the best participating. And given the backdrop of the Indian team's performance, both in the Olympics as well as before that in the year or two, where we've had a number of successes. For instance, we had, for the first time ever, 3 medals from shooting in the Olympics, which India got, which is 50% of India's total tally. We had, for the first time ever, an athlete who won 2 medals, first time for India in any single Olympic event. And we also had the largest number of quotas that we've ever had for India in shooting. We had 3 fourth place finishes and 7 total finalists. There's been a performance for India which has been well above anything we've set out in the past. And it is in this backdrop, Mr. Rossi, that you've awarded us the opportunity to host the World Cup final, for which we are very grateful. We believe in NRAI that this will give us an opportunity to ensure that India showcases some of its best talents, and not only the Indian talent, some of the best talent in the world. We have many reigning Olympic champions coming to this event, many world champions coming to this event. Some of them are already internet sensations. You will meet them over the course of the next 3 or 4 days. The NRAI is proud to host this event for the second time in the last decade. We had the last event in 2017. We've had over 8 international events in India hosted by the NRAI in the last decade. We have a strong 23-member Indian contingent which will be shooting at the Karni Singh Ranges this time. As you are aware, the World Cup final is a unique tournament in many ways because the host country takes care of the entire hospitality, which includes the prize money. So the NRAI, along with the help from its sponsors, are contributing to roughly around 1.65 crores as cash prize money, apart from all the logistics, hospitality, as well as every single expense during the course of the tournament. For this, we've received a lot of support from the entire ecosystem, both from the government, MYS, SAI, our sponsors, and last but not the least, the ISSF itself. And of course, you are members of the press. You've always been very supportive of shooting and supportive of Indian shooting, for which we are ever grateful. The idea of hosting such tournament, Mr. Rossi, is to ensure that the visibility of the sport of shooting remains ever so prominent with the Indian diaspora. As you're aware, sir, India has some of the largest contingents of shooting across the world. You yourself say many times, we are the largest country for shooting. We have 82,000 registered shooters. We have tournaments across various states, going from districts to state level, zonal championships, pre-nationals such as Mavalankar, KSS, Digvijay Singh. We've also started a India Open tournament, and of course the nationals then. And every time we hold a nationals, after going through this selection process of 5 or 6 tournaments, we have almost 10 to 12,000 shooters who qualify for the stringent conditions that our nationals require. That means the MQS they have to shoot to be able to qualify for that. A good sign for us is that we've had the recent Indian Open in Goa. and we had more than 5 to 6,000 shooters shooting there. So every tournament we hold is catching on. We hope to follow the example of Italy and have a competition every weekend for our shooters to shoot in, so that those who want to get a competitive landscape to shoot in do get that. NRAI has, in the last few years, implemented a unique high performance program, and we aim to achieve and get the best scientific inputs both for our shooters as well as share our experiences with the ISSF, so that together we can make shooting more prominent, a better sport and a more acceptable sport across the globe. Another unique feature of this particular tournament we are doing, inspired by you, sir, was the system of volunteers. Under your leadership, we found volunteers from across the globe coming to help the ISSF in the Olympics and other world championships. This time round, we've advertised for volunteers. We've had more than 500 applications of young budding shooters who want to see the best in the world shoot, and we've selected over 100 of them, I think, to be able to work with us. These are all young shooters or young sports people who want to be a part of an international tournament of the prestige associated with the World Cup final. We are determined to build on this success, and we hope that the ISSF and you in particular, Mr. Rossi, continue to support us in our endeavors to ensure that India becomes the best shooting nation in the world. Thank you very much, and I would like to thank again the press and media who've come for this occasion on a holiday, and I hope you guys have a great time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words. I would now request the President of ISSF, Mr. Luciano Rossi, to please say a few words.
Yes. First, of course, a special thanks, all of you, to your beautiful and the biggest country in the world, India, the spirit of our story. And I don't want only talk about sport, especially shooting, but the spirit of India is well known around the world. So, in the name of our 163 countries that are members of our international federation, I want to say thanks again for many reasons. Of course, also the World Cup final is so important. The best shooter in the world after the Olympics are here and hosted from NRAI. NRAI are working hard and very well for a long time, especially in the last time, because the number of the Olympics, as the President Kalikesh said, that 3 medals was really great with the young shooter, and but also please attention what happened last week in Peru, in the other part of the world, where the Indian team was the first in the ranking, the top level, number 1 for the medal. I think it's really unbelievable. And when we talk about young generation, we talk what happened tomorrow. So you are working hard, very well, appreciate, with not only with my our idea, but also with the score in the Olympics and of course in the World Championship. For your information, we receive application from NRA for host World Cup next year in the Junior World Cup, working for the Fisher, and I can guarantee that they will receive our support, and we will meet next year in the World Cup Junior in Delhi. Of course, especially for me, that is a special emotional words from me, because we are in the Karni Singh shooting complex. When I was young, so can you imagine, many years ago, we was together in the World Championship in Spain with, with Dr. Karni Singh, Bucanier in Porta. So it remains in my personal memory with strong emotion. So, and here we are. Of course, we respect NRA. You are working hard, and thanks to all of you, because for us it's very important the press, the communication, the social media, and for the social media the support from India in ISSF is the number one, the first and the best in the world. So this is one reason why I want to say thanks, because this is true and it is what you are doing. It is really, really well known, appreciated. This is one reason more that we will meet for the junior next year, but also before LA, because we start to work for LA 2028 and Brisbane 2032. We are close to make agreement with NRAI for some Olympic qualification system that will start in 27. So I hope that we will fix soon, but the capacity and the support from NRA is totally, I really appreciate, and this is one reason more that here we are. Of course, in the name of all the athletes of the top level, that we are so happy, they are so happy to say in this World Cup final that you host with great hospitality, but the spirit of India, of not only for hospitality, but also for your tradition, your story, is, you can surprise the world. This is one reason more that I am really emotional here, stay in the biggest country in the world, and also with the NRA that are also now the biggest federation that work. And I think that what you are doing with the union, with the young generation, really is a strong message, not only for me, but I will share around the world, because this is what we need. Of course, you are the biggest country. We cannot forget the small country, but this is the way where the biggest and the smaller are together in the same family. 163 countries united under ISSF. Well, very well the relation with the IOC. Of course, this is very, very important, but we realize that we must be ready to make a new format with emotional. And now the athletes, our commission, internal commission, are working hard, but not enough. We wanted the press, the journalists, the people that can help us in some new idea for creating more and more emotion for the next. I just promised this to President Bach that I say that it's very happy that you host this World Cup final. It's in one reason more, but press conference is in the other way. So you must make the answer. We are must ready to reply what is your idea, your proposal. So your situation. So not only in this direction, because Kalikesh, my friend Kalikesh, speaks very well with many important details that I am agree all, but open this discussion with some question if we can give, I hope, good news for the future, because we have to work together. And India now go around the world, also in this moment, also our press agency, our company, share what happened around the world. So this is very important. And thanks again. I am ready for a question and any important matter. But it's really emotional for me, because India is the story very close. For me, it's like a dream. Stay with you, and this is one reason more that thanks for your invitation, and we are working for the next. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rossi. Before we move on to the Q&A, I would request a small photo op. All still guys, can I request you to please come forward?
I'd like to give you a small memento, Mr. Rossi, on behalf of the NRAI World Cup final.
Yeah.
This is the copy of the medal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks. We'll repeat for the video as well.
Thanks. In the name of our 163 country, I want to say the same with the name of your president, our friend Kalikesh Singh Deo, and the name of ISSF. Thank you. And now, Rick.
Can I request you to please repeat this whole process for the video guys as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just want to hold it up? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Like this.
Dai, dai mai.
Are we good? Perfect.
Okay.
Please, for all questions, Vinayak.
Mr. President, my name is Vinayak. I write for the Tribune. We met in Bhopal last time when we were
Yeah.
friends. You mentioned about giving hosting rights of Junior World Cup to India and possibly a qualifying event later in the Olympic cycle. Could you
Yes.
explain that?
I confirm that we receive application for the next year for the Junior World Cup. The final decision will be from the EXCO, but I will support, and I am sure that will be all agree, because when we talk about India, all respect, and of course we start the countdown after Paris for LA, and where we have to fix the rules for the qualification system that will be changed, but will be changed at the end of 2026, so the year was 27 and 28. And I hope and I will do my best for one important qualification competition before the next Olympics will be held in India.
Neeru ma'am.
This is for the NRAI president.
Yes, ma'am.
After your performance of the shooters at the Olympics, you feel the weight of the expectations of the people of India as well as of the federation, get more medals, especially at this event?
Thank you for your question. I think I view it as an opportunity. Look, for any sport, to catch the imagination of the young, you've got to have leaders. And these are idols and icons. We started with Rajavindra Rathore, Abhinav Bindra, we've had Gagan Narang, Vijay. I mean, these have been the icons in the past. This Olympic has changed it for us, in the sense that we've got the younger crop of people who are our junior champions coming up. Manu Bhakar, Swapnil, Sarabjot, and even the performances, as I mentioned in my earlier statement, of the remaining part of the team, which were really, really good performances as a whole. So I view this as an opportunity for us at NRAI to increase the reach of the sport at the grassroots level, to ensure, and this has been one of India's biggest strengths, to ensure that our bench strength remains deep and broad. There was a time that we had one or two icons. Now the team changes. It's so competitive at the top level. The team can change anytime. It's really about the best shooter in the best form. And we've taken that philosophy to heart even when we will go ahead with our future programs. I think this is an interesting time for shooting in India, and we will do our best as an RAI to ensure that both the grassroots as well as the high performance surpasses everybody's expectations. Thank you.
Tushar.
Mr. Rossi, hi. We've seen that many shooters from smaller or non-shooting nations like Vietnam, Chinese Taipei, they are coming up in big numbers and they are doing really well at the Olympics also. How important is it for ISSF to have smaller shooting nations to come up? Earlier we had only China, Japan, Tokyo in Asia. Now we have many other smaller countries doing their bit to maybe promote shooting. So how important is it for ISSF to have smaller nations coming up?
Well, thanks. Really appreciate this question, because it is completely changed the spirit of our management. Because before they want only the biggest country can do what they want and can sell it out. We are working for establish all the best attention for all the country, but especially for small country, because the small country are very. So this is the reason that the under 63 country are member of the federation. Not many have the big chance like the big country. So we are studying what we can help, and we invest attention and also money with the develop fund. We put 2 million every year for help the small country with equipment, not with the money, with the equipment for preparing the young generation for continued tradition. But really, this is very important for me, because we have in the Olympic, shooting is one of the largest discipline. around 100 country, not easy for other sport. But in Paris there was only 81. So this is a bad message for me because we lost some small country, but at the same time, for the first time, Thomas Bach also yesterday, we talk and we make the final decision. What happened in the Olympics, Guatemala, for the first time, that is coming here, no? Ruano won for the first time in the story, not of Guatemala, of all the Central America, won a gold medal. First time for the South America, this from Chile, this Crovetto won this. So it is, the message is good, but not enough. The biggest must help the smallest, and the smallest must work and respect the biggest. But you are the biggest, but the spirit of India is also for hosting this World Cup final is in the good way, because many of the others cannot attend this competition without the support and your friendly hospitality. So this is good, this is the spirit of sport. The old help the young, the younger the old, the small help the bigger. So this is my goal, my word was together. It is together, and thanks to India because you give a real support. Also with the World Cup final to us, this many of these no have the chance to attend the World Cup final. With your invitation, they are here with their Olympic medal. It is very important for me. This is the spirit of sport.
Also, in terms of keeping their place in the Olympic program, smaller countries' participation, is it important to keep shooting in the Olympics program, Olympic cycle?
Yes. Now the relation between ISSF and IOC are really great. Not before, because before was broken the relation never broken, because if we broken the relation, nobody win. So now we are working hard. Also last week I was in Lausanne, in IOC headquarters. We are working for a special project for including in the Olympics also. So there are a special program that every Olympics will be held. I want to increase this because some small country need to have more chance to come. And I believe that we are in the good way.
Yeah.
President, my question is to you. Like we are saying that the shooting domination has been dominating from covering from Asia, now the Europe. The competition has been increasing. So what can we expect this time around? Like the last time there was a stunning performance in the shooting World Cup. So what can we expect in India this time?
I don't understand exactly, but I want to say that the relation between India and Asia Shooting Confederation very well now. The President, Sheikh Salman Al Sabah, will attend this competition in the next days. This is very important. This is the reason that I informed him that it is time to work together and respect, and this is the goal. So I don't know exactly the question. I don't
His
understand
question more was, President, that the performance of the shooters was very good in the previous World Cup.
Yeah.
What do you think the performance will be in this World Cup finals?
Will be great because the preparation is not finished after the Olympics. You have the best shooter in the world here. You host the best shooter in the world. I expect a very high score and maybe also some record. But of course, after the Olympic, the athletes reduce because the top was exactly for the Olympics. But we expect beautiful surprise, especially from Indian shooter.
Mr. President, hi, Vinayak here again. I just wanted to know the reason behind ISSF agreeing to give 2 wild cards to host countries. Because the tournament was pegged as top 8, the cream, top 8 rankings in the world, and they'll come across and they'll compete. But here we have a situation where 23 Indians are participating, which has never happened in our history.
We follow the same system of IOC. IOC for the hosting country give the chance in the Olympics to have athletes in all the events. So this is exactly because it is important that we realize that we are a family, and we have to work together. If the IOC go in this direction, we follow, but not only with order. We follow, but we also new proposal. So hosting country must have some hosting athletes. So it's okay.
Just a follow-up question on that, Mr. President. Don't you think it undervalues the property, in a sense, the competition, which was pegged as top 8, the cream of the world, and giving away 2 wild cards would undervalue it?
Sorry, but I don't understand very well.
He's saying that if you're giving 2 wild cards to the host country, won't it bring the level of competition down?
No,
but as,
no. It is exactly the level of the competition is top. The same over the Olympics. So we cannot say that in the Olympics, the hosting country like was French that have all the quota, because you and would say Kalikesh, never before India won so many quota for the Olympics in the past. So this is a strong message. But in the same time, hosting country can have, but the quality, the shooting is around the world is very, very high. I expect a very good score from Indian also in this World Cup final.
And let me add to that, the Indian shooters are as competitive as any shooters in the world. Even the wild cards will not lower the level of competition anyway, I can assure you.
Well.
Any other questions?
I'm Khan from Dainik Jagat. My question to you is to Rossi. Are there any plans to integrate AI powered scoring systems, or you could say technologies, AI-driven technologies for scoring and for the health of athletes?
I want to inform you that we are really already working for the future with many change. Of course, you just host disabled shooter is important. Now we are inside the games, the electronic games. Next year we have the first Olympic in Riyadh in Saudi, and shooting inside. So we are open to open this new system, new technology for emotional, and we don't have, we are not afraid about the new, because if we reject the new technology, we lose the future. We want that the future of shooting is better than the past, but open any action in the name of the athlete, the coach, and the national federation, and respect. And this is what we are doing. So I can guarantee that we have a group, young group with a good spirit, which India is very strong in this direction. But India is open to the world in this, also in this matter, better than many, maybe all the other countries in the world. So this is one reason more that we are ready to open new season. We are in the new season, but it's not my season, it is our season. The athlete, the coach, the continental federation, the national federation. So also about the new technology, the model. It is because if we remain in the past, you know that the founder of modern Olympic Games was Pierre de Coubertin. Pierre de Coubertin was a pistol shooter, but we realized that was in dangerous area shooting for the future, because we don't want change the format, okay? Now open to change, but we cannot forget the past. This is one reason more that I remember Dr. Karni Singh. So this is our story, but now working for the new technology, new dimension. And you are so important to give this message out from our family, because inside the shooting family, we know very well each other. We know, but we lost good connection with external situation. So, but what happened also in Paris? Paris was, for your information, not Paris for shooting. And for the first time, we was out from the Olympic City. They preparing to remove shooting from the Olympic program. I can guarantee now, after also the votation in Mumbai, that shooting is in LA, in Brisbane, and we see what happened 2036, the next, because after the different continent will be the season of Asia. So, but this is other matter. So this is I want to inform you that we have to really to believe that it is time to open for the new generation. So for the young shooter, it's also easier because we have a long story, but the story is different. Now we follow what you are doing, and we are happy to open our door, and not enough, also our window. We are working about this.
Thank you.
Mr. Kalikesh, you talked about the total prize money. I would like to know that what is the prize money fixed for the winners, first, second, and third?
It's in euros, I think. What is it?
Yeah.
10,000, 5,000? What is it? What is the exact amount we're getting?
5, 3,
I had to raise the entire
5, 3
number.
and 2, maybe.
5, 3 and 2,
3,
is it?
I think
I
so.
don't-
Yeah.
So who decides it?
This is fixed by ISSF. So the format is fixed by ISSF. The 5,000 for the gold, 4,000 for silver, and 2,000 for
For the bronze.
the bronze. Yeah. But
Euros.
euros. These are euros. But these are the format fixed by the ISSF, and whichever country hosts the World Cup finals takes care of everything. That's the format. And as Mr. Rossi said, I think it's important that some of us who can afford to do so take this mantle on, so that some of the other shooters from various countries who may not be able to afford an event like this can actually participate.
Yeah.
It's one, as he said, it's one family.
Yeah.
And we need to be together to ensure that the shooting sport remains united and remains prominent. I think that's where I completely share his vision of the shooting sport in the future.
I want to say a special thanks in the name of all the athletes, because you help not only the country but individual support. Yesterday I collect some friendly information from athletes that come only with the personal money to travel. Also important country, but so with this support, thanks to the government, to the NRAI, to the sponsoring, you help the athletes because the athletes we work for them.
Thanks.
One last question before we close the day, Jonathan.
Yeah, question for the President. You mentioned that there will be some sort of rule changes which are being planned. Could you just tell us a little bit about the rule changes that are being planned, and when will they be implemented?
The new rules. So, we just agree with IOC that they ask to fix the new format until January. Say no possible, but we just work during the next season, the middle of next season, we'll be ready for the new format for LA. But 100% we have to change some, especially the final, with a more emotion, not too long. Sometimes we have to realize, and this is important that what you are doing suggests. What is your idea? Because internal idea is in the past not enough. Now it's changed. Internal, very important, respect, because it's our family, but out of the family, what they think, what they want for the final, the format, the emotional. I saw in the Olympics, but say again in Châteauroux, the last time out from the Olympic City, but the most important moment, the emotional, the shoot off, the final one against the other. This is what also I think that the spectator need. They want more emotion, more great emotion would be. Also for me, it was a great emotion during the shoot off, during the competition, the final shoot off or elimination. I was me, and I saw all the spectator and saw in the television. So we realized that it's time that new idea is coming. At the middle of next year will be fixed and start from 2026, where the qualification system we tested not start maybe in the World Cup final, in the World Championship in 2026 and start 27-28. And I confirm that before 28 we come back for the qualification in India.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Before we end the proceedings for the day, I would request Kumar Sultan sir.
So, now the formal festival of our World Cup starts with the press conference. This is a small kit bag which starts with the World Cup.
Grazie.
Ask our president to.
Oh, thank you.
This is our kit bag
Thank you,
for the
sir.
World Cup.
Welcome again. Welcome.
Thank you.
again.
Like this. Like this.
Like
okay?
this. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, India. Thank you, India. Grande.
Thank you.